Alright, I got my wings. This is like my favorite wings at the moment, and I get them from the mall. They're like the best flavor and price versus I always would order Wingstop, and I feel like Wingstop was kind of a ripoff. You get 8 wings. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, Wingstop, their wings are like a decent size and I like the flavor, but I pay almost $15 for an 8-piece. I mean, I guess the drink's included, but I get a 10-piece with fries at the mall wing place for like $13 without a drink. So it's like you get 2 more wings, no drink, but you're paying $2 less. So you can pay $2 more to get a drink and 2 less wings. I don't know. Actually, maybe it's like $1 more. I usually am paying about 14 at Wingstop, $14.60, and at this place I pay like 13 something. All I know is food be expensive, the mall's closer, and this is my one meal basically for the whole day. And now I just get to relax the rest of my day, which I'm excited for the most, especially after having a long day. I woke up at like 7:30 today, and then I had to work 8:30 to 4:30. Got home closer to 5, and then went and got groceries for my grandma, and then I went and got my food, and that's pretty much been my whole day. So I have been up almost 12 hours. It's 6:40. I mean, being up for 12 hours is not insane, but I also think I got maybe 6.5 hours of sleep this last night, so not the worst, but not the best. And I know, y'all, I cannot keep making excuses for not doing my what's it called? For not doing my community service. I think this week was kind of like I'm getting used to my new work schedule, so I did work. This is the most hours I've worked in 1 week in like over 6 months, essentially. So I'm not really used to working the over or close to 30 hours anymore, because I wasn't getting hours at my last job. Before that, TJ Maxx, during the holidays, I was getting closer to 40 hours, but I was working overnights, and also like we were working nonstop, so honestly didn't feel like I was working that much, which I like. I actually really kind of miss that, because it's like even though I was working more hours, when you're working, and it was honestly fun working during the holidays, because I just unloaded, did the merchandise all week. Overnight was unboxing the freight or whatever and putting it out, and I actually did not mind it at all. It kept my shifts really busy because there was so much to do. You got to see everything. It was chill, relaxing, because I didn't have to deal with customers. And I low-key would do that again and just be like a seasonal TJ Maxx employee, which I might be able to do, but probably not. Because then it switched to like morning. But I feel a lot better about this job after like this week, because I was really nervous because I don't have a full-time client. So I was like, am I gonna get even close to 30 hours? But I actually did. So basically, I only worked 2 full days and 3 half days basically. But I got close to 30 hours, and I would have hit 30 had I not had to have been late on Wednesday, which if you guys watched my video, I was late Wednesday because someone broke into my car. I had to call the police, wait for them to get to my house and file a release report, so I wasn't going to get to work on time. I would have been late, but I mean, I could have maybe made it, but I would have had to left my window pretty much open, and I just would have put myself, or I would have left my car open, like the window was broken in for however many hours it was after the people did it, but I would have had to left it unattended and opened for like 4 hours, which I probably wouldn't have felt comfortable with. So after the police arrived and did the police report, which they left maybe around 8:40, I just went ahead and said, you know what, if I can, I'll just come in at 11, and maybe they'll have an afternoon client, which they didn't. So I ended up only working 2 hours that day. So I lost 2 hours, which is where I would have hit 30. But I still have worked more hours than I would have gotten at my last job, because they told me they kept telling me I was gonna get 30 hours, and it kept getting pushed back and back. And so my schedule that I did have there, I wasn't gonna get 30 hours until July. So I've been hitting closer to 30 before July, which means I'm gonna have a better paycheck than I would have if I had stayed at my last job. So that makes me feel a lot better. And I also do get PTO, which I didn't have at the last place either. They told us we have PTO, but you have to earn it there. At my new place, it's automatically gifted, plus I get holiday pay. So for this 4th of July that's coming up, I get an automatic 8 hours holiday pay, which feels awesome. Like, I didn't have to work and I'm making money, and I'd never experienced that before. Or I haven't experienced that with the job since my I guess the last company I had full time was the cruise company. So I do feel a lot better now. There's a little bit more security. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit, a lot more security than I had at my last job. So I should be having decent paychecks starting July, once I get my first paycheck for this job. And I got a full pay cycle, so I'll have like a full paycheck. So it should be closer to like 1,000. And that just makes me feel infinitely times better. Not this car trying to run up on me. Anyways, it makes me feel way better, because I basically my last paycheck for my old job I got this week, and it was barely 500. And I'll be getting almost double that my next paycheck from my new job. So definitely is going to help me but I'm benefiting from switching my job already. And hopefully after a couple of months, I'll be able to get my own place. So probably by either my birthday month, November, is when, I don't know. Honestly, my dad said he might sell, or he's going to try to rent the house or sell it. I really don't know if it doesn't seem like he's open to renting it to me anymore. So I'm not going to really worry about it, because like I might just have to pay rent somewhere and deal with that. Although my credit right now is not the best because of the struggling to make payments because of lack of income from my job. So it might be harder for me to get a place, but I'd rather take the risk of not dealing with the debt so I can save up I also don't know if I'm going to be able to rent anywhere, so that might be the other thing, unless my dad was willing to co-sign, which I don't think he would want to do, but he would be willing to do in order for me to move out. But it's still just, we'll see how things play out. But my goal is to be moved out by the end of this year, or maybe in the, like, have a place by January. We'll see how things work out. I really don't know how it's gonna be. So what I might ask my dad is if I can just pay him $800 a month until December, once I have like stable paychecks coming in. If I can just pay him $800 a month till December to give me time, and then have that money to get my own place. But if I did that, I guess it's not really helping him. So I don't know. Well, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we have some better things happening. I'm making at least $500 a week now, which was what I was making not even every 2 weeks. So my income is definitely improving, some slightly, slowly but surely, and I feel a little bit more hopeful about being able to save now. And hopefully we just continue to have, better things happen, because I dealt with a lot this week and I'm just ready to start having a better financial situation. So that is all for now.